Hey guys, Miss Hamilton here. Here we go. Here is my chart that you have like for 11.3. So we have our ounces of almonds to our ounces of raisins. So we have 7 ounces of almonds for 5 ounces of raisins. So our chart is a way to use rather than like a double number line to list our equivalent ratios. And if you remember, if you multiply um, both parts of the ratio by the same number, you can find an equivalent ratio. So here, taking a look at my chart, I have 7 and 5, and my next line is 28. So I want to think, what can I multiply 7 by to get 28? And that answer is 4. So if I'm multiplying this side by 4, I'm going to multiply this side by 4. 5 times 4 gives me 20. So if I have 28 ounces of almonds, I need 20 ounces of raisins. So moving down my chart, I can go back to my original ratio to find the next one. So I have 5 ounces of raisins, but this recipe calls for 10 ounces of raisins. So how many almonds do I need? So 5 times what would give me 10? Well, that answer is 2. I'm going to go over here, multiply my 7 by 2. 7 times 2 is 14. So this is another equivalent ratio, 14 to 10. 3.5. Well, 3.5 is 3.5, or it is half of 7. So it's the same as dividing by 2, or since we keep saying, you want to multiply, dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by 1/2. So again, if I multiply this by 1/2, I got to multiply this side, by 1/2, and I would get 2.5 because 2.5 is half of 5. So this is yet another ratio that is equivalent to 7 to 5. Moving on to my 250. Well, I got to think, all right, 5 times what will give me 250? Get a little 5 times 50. I knew that because 5 times 5 is 25, and I just throw that 0 on to make it 250. So again, if I multiply this side by 250, guess what I'm going to do? Multiply that side, by 50, and I would get 350. All right. And then my last one, 7 times what would be 56? 7 times 8. So I'm going to multiply this side by 8. 5 times 8 is 40. So that means if we use 56 ounces of almonds, we need 40 ounces of raisins. So to find each row, right, to make sure they're equivalent, if you multiply the 7 and 5 by the same number, you're going to create a ratio that is equivalent. Okay, so sometimes it is easier to use a table here than a double number line to represent your ratios. Each row is going to show an equivalent ratio. Okay, this side is going to be all of my raisins, and then this side is going to be all of my almonds. Okay, you could fill it in just by multiplying, and you could really multiply any of them. Multiplying both sides by the same number. So that's how you would fill in your ratio table for almonds and raisins.